Idiosyncrasies, boom, boom.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Idiosyncrasies. I'm your host Trey. With me, as always, is Landon and Jared as my co-hosts.
All right.
Thank you. Sorry for
I know
the
you've been wanting that.
late show this week. Somebody decided they were going to go look at an apartment yesterday.
No, I had an interview for it.
Oh, okay.
I think the late show is copywritten.
Yeah, yeah. we're gonna get taken down for that one.
The tonight after.
Anyway, before we get too far into this conversation, what music have y'all been listening to this week? Jared, kick us off.
All right, so I mixed it up this week. My songs come from Spotify Discover Weekly, and because it's the first things that show up on my songs when I looked for what songs to talk about. Are either of you familiar with Roy Clark?
Yes.
No.
And his album, The Lightning Fingers of Roy Clark. He's a fantastic guitar picker. My first song is going to be 12th Street Rag by Roy Clark.
They're fucking, the 12th Street Rag. I fucking love that song. Yeah.
And then my second song, I really like the name of the band, and I always, I know the song, I've heard it forever, but I just have never, liked the song. It's called I Think We're Alone Now by Tommy James and the Shondells.
I think we're alone now. Tommy James and the Shondells. That's a good name.
Oh, yes.
Single version? Right. Doesn't matter?
The one I've liked is the single version, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. For me, I have been going kind of on, I don't know the era when this music came out, but I've been on kind of like a weird funk disco kind of kick.
80s.
Yeah. And so, I know disco was 70s, early 80s, but I'm talking about when these songs came out, because I think they're newer, but they definitely have that feeling of modern funk music. One of them is Girl Like You. It's a weird name. Great song.
By who?
Girl Like You by Edwin Collins. Great song.
Love him in Twilight. So I loved him in Twilight.
No, not. Damn it. Never mind. I hate that song. Sucks. Kidding. I love the books. The books are great. Anyways, and then my second song is Uncle Ace. This song is pure funk. This song is just so good. Such a good song. Uncle Ace by Blood Orange.
Check these ones out.
Yeah, the album cover is really cool too. I think it's a person in drag, but they're in an 80s bathing suit. Oh my! It's just such a good song. I listen to that song on repeat. Such a good song. I don't know. I should check out this band's other shit because it's really good. But yeah, that one song is so good. It's not even their biggest song. So yeah, very good. Trey.
All right. I put mine in a notepad this time so I didn't forget. They are The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie by Colton Wall. Hold on, let me...
Coulter Wall,
not Colton. Yeah, I was like, hold on, that's not right, and I don't know which part of it I messed up.
I love Coulter Wall.
Yep. And then None Exempt by Days and Days. DAZENDY.
Oh, I know this band. Yeah, you showed this band to me.
Yeah. That's a great one. I probably honestly showed you that song. I just really love that song by them.
Which one is it? No, you showed me Saboteurs.
Oh, Saboteurs. Same album.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was I recognize that album. Yeah, and that song was good. I haven't heard anything else from them, but yeah, that song was really good, what you showed me.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, all of that, that band's discography, very good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to have to check out more of them. Cool. All right, boys. Men.
All right, so before this evening's podcast started, we were playing around with the idea of a outdoor 4th of July podcast special. Let's kick it off there. What's the plan?
So apparently we
Dudes,
said
kiddie pool, lawn
3
chair,
dudes,
backyard.
naked, kiddie pool,
No,
4th
no.
of July.
This is
Single
still on
kiddie
my channel,
pool,
and I still want to
3 naked
stream.
dudes. Not 5 feet apart.
We're breaking
not
all
gay.
the rules. Wait, but we're not 5 feet apart. So would it be gay?
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, so I guess,
That's-
yeah.
That's the question, isn't it?
Interesting. Let me ponder.
Let's ponder that.
Fellas, isn't it gay if 3 naked dudes sit together in a kiddie pool?
As long as the socks are on, it's okay.
I would say
Yeah, we have to
just
keep
leave
our socks on in the kiddie pool.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do.
The move is socks in the kiddie pool.
Socks. The move is socks in the kiddie. That's our Midwest band name, Socks in the Kiddie Pool. But I want it like a
Midwest band,
stereotypical. It's socks and the kiddie pool, as in like the kiddie pool's the accompanist.
Yeah. Socks is the main guy, and
Yeah,
kiddie
Socks
pool
is the main guy.
The rest of the band. Hey, I'm Socks, and this is the kiddie pool. What kiddie pool? Fuck government, shit like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like very anti-establishment music.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Socks is definitely anarchist.
It's a metaphor for the working class,
Yeah.
You've heard
Socks,
of Rage Against the Machine. Get ready for Socks.
Socks in the kiddie pool. Yeah, we actually opened for Rage. Yeah.
We kept talking. We wanted to form some kind of fake cover band between the 3 of us. There we go. It's Socks in the Kiddie
Yeah,
Pool.
yeah. Okay, I'll write that down. I have the doc up. Midwest cover band, Socks in the Kiddie Pool.
Oh, I did try to get a shared Google Drive folder set up for a bunch of our stuff.
Oh yeah,
to
I
put,
got that link.
To put videos and stuff in, but
Okay.
I am thinking about moving that to an actual server because video files are big, especially when you record for an hour.
Yeah.
So, but I want to have an actual
That's damn right, Jared. I do look like goddamn Jesus. That's what I'm fucking going for.
Damn, did you have it your way, Landon?
Frank Sinatra did.
Yeah. While he was being crucified, but with 2 loaves of bread.
Yeah. Yeah, at work, a lot of people just come up to me. I've been called Jesus. I've been compared to Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't even this isn't not even close. I have longer hair, but
I mean, maybe
should
like
straighten
Attack of the
your
Clones,
hair.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
yeah, I got called Bucky from Avengers
Oh, there you go.
when I had the
That's
mask
kinda
on.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I get names all the time. Jesus is the biggest one though.
The one I usually get is, "Hey, get out of my apartment. What are you doing here?"
Hey, are you allowed here in the school district zone?
I'm shaving tonight. So yeah, July 2nd. I have a kiddie pool, and I mean, y'all have lawn chairs.
What a segue back into that conversation. Yeah, I've got lawn chairs. Or I've got
Yeah, I have a lawn
I've got a lawn chair.
One A
And
lawn
then
chair.
Trey, you said you.
Yeah, we're gonna do a hot tub stream.
we're gonna do a hot tub stream.
Yeah, that's actually where this idea.
Get ready for the
originated.
hot tub special of
Hot
Idiosyncrasies.
tub time machine.
Hot tub time machine.
We're gonna go back and tell George Washington about hot tub streams.
We're gonna go back
I'm
to
gonna bring
7
George
weeks ago and tell
Washington's
ourselves to not
talkies.
start this.
That's a lie. I would go back and say this is probably I'd go to the future and listen to my future self talk about how this made us $1 million.
True. You're right.
As soon as we hit 1 million, we're done.
we talked about that subject in the past before on this podcast about like going into the past and what would you tell or what would you show?
Did we?
I think it was just a general topic. I think we talked about it on while we were playing Overwatch or something.
Okay.
Were we streaming? I thought it was on the podcast, but maybe not. But
this is only our 4th or 5th.
We're on 6.
7. We're on 7.
7.
Really?
Shit, man.
Yeah.
We're man. Fuck. Maybe we went back in time. But we. Yeah, I think Jared said like Sour Patch Kids or something. But I've been thinking about that because Rain asked me that same question the other day. It was like, what would you bring back to show like pilgrims and shit? And I honestly thought, show them a fucking computer. I feel like showing them a computer would like apps or a phone would or like a modern iPhone would blow and shatter their whole idea or of like their whole existence.
You're very passionate about this.
Here's what I got you on this one. So, like, imagine like us as the current pilgrims. If people came, no, not Imagine Dragons. Like if people from the future came to us now and they had outlandish technology,
yeah,
I feel like it'd be one of those things that would be like, oh, that's cool, but I don't understand it. So like. Yeah. I can only have as much of appreciation for it as like I physically can. So I feel like you would need to bring something outrageous, but still within the realm of comprehending. Like to bring them a Cool Ranch Dorito and be like, you have all the ingredients for this right now. You could be doing this, but you're not. Like.
I feel like though compared from us to the pilgrims though, back or even anyone before like 1700s, they don't really have a firm grasp it, a firm grasp on the idea of modern technology. We do.
Yeah.
And while yes, in the future, I think have reached, obviously technology will always expand and it will always be like in 50 plus years or even 1,000 years, it's going to be crazy. I think nowadays we have more of a concept of understanding things because we have everything accessible through this, so like, infinite knowledge.
Arguably,
they didn't have
having
that.
everything accessible has made us dumber.
True.
Yes, true. Like, it's like a double-edged sword, like infinite knowledge, lack of wanting that knowledge,
So here's what, if I could go back into the past, here's what we'll do. We'll pick a moment in time and what we would do to fuck with people. So this is what I would do. I'd get a team of like contractors and like smart people who build things. 1485. I'd come to the Americas at the exact spot where Christopher Columbus lands and just start building shit. Just put a full-blown civilization there. But like I don't know what kind of buildings they had in like Spain in.
Are you saying you would bring contractors from now, or you would have contractors
to build like postmodern houses?
They would probably think it was a religious, like, monolith.
Yeah, they probably think it was like the Mayans.
Or like some ancient,
But just to show them running water and irrigation. Like, that's the type of stuff that they would be like, holy crap. Like, I know, like, the Roman Empire, like, had, like, the first, like, aqueducts and stuff like that. Yeah. But, like, I'm sailing around the world, and then just to land somewhere, and it's just people with, like, running water and, like, electricity. Like, imagine building a power grid in the 1400s and Christopher Columbus just showing up, and someone, like, shoots him with an Uzi. Like...
yeah, Chris got that guy.
That'd be so wild.
Chris got...
God, man. I love all the new memes, too, nowadays, about, like, the whole butterfly effect thing, too, where it's, like, fucking, you go in the past and you step on a butterfly and it's, like, my nose is just a little bit, it's, like, something so minute or something so fucking ridiculously big. I love that shit so much.
It's such a... So... I've been on a big time travel kick lately because of Loki. Like, Jared, I'm sure you have been too.
Yeah, Loki, and I've been watching The Flash.
yeah. But the butterfly effect is always such a weird, like, story beat, because it's like, you step on a butterfly, the world's gonna fucking end. It's like, really? Really? This one butterfly? This one right here? Like,
that's butterfly saved Elon Musk from getting hit by a car 23 years ago. So...
Well, it's more or less than the butterfly than the chain of effect that butterfly had.
I know that's the reason, but it's
I know. I think they're just trying to say something so minute in the past can change something. Like, it could have been anything. Like, if you moved a rock a little bit to the left, I feel like it would serve the story just the same. But
like, I feel game is modern day butterfly effect.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting. That whole I love the whole idea of time travel and shit. I think it's a really cool idea. Do you ever think in the future it would be a possibility?
See, that's one thing people always say. They're like, if time travel was real, they would have shown up by now. No. There's nothing special about our period in time right now for them to come back to.
I mean, I don't know. We got some pretty significant situations, like especially through the Trump era and coronavirus. I think that's pretty
Well,
big.
it depends how you like how they would develop time travel, because there's and like define how time travel works, because
Yeah.
like if it's like with have you watched Loki at all?
I watched the first episode. I haven't seen the second one though yet. I was gonna watch
Okay,
it.
so you just know the idea of like the like sacred timeline, like
Yeah.
events are already set out and are going to happen and everything, so like it doesn't matter if they change.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Maggie is
I don't know.
correct. I have an opinion. And as a man, I would like to say my opinion very loudly.
As a 3 straight white men with a podcast, we have to share.
So there's nothing special about our time. How do you explain 2016? Huh?
Hey, that's
Somebody
when
went back in time and put events in motion that had Harambe killed, and we got put on the bad timeline. The sacred timeline is out of place. The TVA is not fixing it.
Yeah, Harambe, singular moment.
There's so many people with the theories that we're in a bad timeline, and a lot of them started with 9/11 as like the start of the bad timeline.
Oh man, I've been saying that since Pearl Harbor.
Have you really?
9/11,
Interesting.
9/11 or Harambe. What caused it? Who knows?
Honestly, I feel like Harambe was a more significant impact.
Yeah, do you think Osama bin Laden caused the paradoxical shift in our timeline? That's a T-shirt.
Because think we were all like toddlers when 9/11 happened, or less. There are people who know people who died on the 9/11 attacks. Like, as much as I love Harambe and Monkey, I don't know.
But I feel okay. This is gonna sound bad, but I feel like okay, hear me out.
Old people's opinions don't.
Do we need to censor the next 5 minutes? Or
I think that Harambe has affected our generation.
That's
what Jared said.
Okay.
Because we weren't old enough to really have the
okay. I thought that's what you're saying. I just wanted to make sure that, I mean, 9/11 is still pretty fucking big, though.
Right.
We don't. Harambe doesn't have a holiday yet.
That I was making a joke. 9/11 is very impactful in a significant event in history.
Gen Z is like, there's so many different classifications for how generations are defined, but one of the definitions of Gen Z are the first generation to not necessarily care about 9/11. Like, it happened, but we didn't have any connection to it, so it wasn't effective.
Like it sucked too because the whole, I mean, it's 9/11 sucked. But
it was really not good, man. I stand by that.
I'm not, not a good time. I wouldn't.
Don't recommend it.
9/11 did not pass the vibe check. All right.
Yeah. But I went to Ground Zero when I went to New York a couple years ago, and I'm a pretty empathic person.
Yeah.
It sucked. It sucked pretty bad. I remember just sitting there and just have either of you been to Ground Zero at all?
No.
Don't recommend it.
Well, have you seen the meme?
And you just hear screams and crying and phone calls, and you see crash cars and pieces of the building, and then you actually see the actual. They took where the towers were and turned it into a giant water garden,
like a memorial.
Yeah, it's fuck.
Because don't they have spotlights or something that shoot up straight in the sky when it's dark out and stuff?
Yeah,
I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah,
but
but still though, as me as being an empathic person and me fucking crying and shit, I still it's hard to explain what
just
I'm trying to say.
explain
Like
without
it's just
sounding
like
like an ass.
it's like it sucks and it's
It's just
terrible and I
it's just we
cried
don't have the
but I
personal.
don't have a connection to
Yeah,
it. And
yeah.
like every time when I see 9/11 stuff, I'm like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Again, I know it sounds like I sound like an
I
asshole. It's
mean,
just like
Yeah, like
it's no different than any like previous war. Like those any
yeah,
previous
like
war was
yeah,
impactful for any of the current of that generation that lived through it. Anyone else, it's like, I mean, yeah, it sucked, but I
yeah,
have no connection to that. Is
yeah. Well,
like 9/11 is
yeah,
no
even
different. It's just that
like,
it's been within a
yeah, because
couple
think like a lot
decades,
of our
so it
grandparents, like the effective thing for a lot of our grandparents were born like during World War II or right
yeah,
after, so like their like big thing was Vietnam and like
yeah,
Korea. Those were like the big ones for them. We don't really
yeah.
have something like that yet. Like the pandemic, that's the biggest
I
thing
mean, we had
we've gone through.
The Iraqi war, but we were still
Yeah, but
pretty
again, we
young.
were still real young when that
Yeah,
happened. Like
but
most of us, a lot of us had parents that
yeah.
were like
Well, it's weird
participated.
too because I have a lot of Arabic friends who are
Hmm.
from those countries. Like
Yeah,
I had a friend from Islam, and I had a friend from Palestine, and I had that sucked too when you had a friend from that
you
was
mean Israel?
Islamic,
Israel.
and then yeah from
I
Israel,
had a friend from
not
Islam.
Islam. Yeah, sorry, from Israel. Sorry, I had a friend from Israel, then I had a friend from
Yeah.
Palestine. So I was like, obviously free Palestine,
Right,
stuff like
right.
that. Fuck
Yeah.
Israel, but love my Israeli friend. But then I also had friends that were from the Middle East, where like Iraq and Iran, stuff like that. And it just them telling me, yeah, I woke up and I saw bombs literally fall from the sky. It's like, fuck.
Yeah,
Right.
it's so interesting when you get to like meet with people who have such a unique perspective
Yeah.
from where they came from and stuff like that. Because like one of my good buddies from high school, he was like born in America and everything, but his family was from Jordan, and
Hmm.
he was like a devout Muslim, and it was just interesting to hear about like how they practice and stuff like that. It's always super interesting.
It was a really weird experience because in college, we had a lot of transfer students and shit, for being in college, especially a private
Hmm.
university, the one I went to, and not to flex, but we all went to Circle of Friends, which for everyone who doesn't know, Circle
Yeah,
of Friends is this awesome, delicious restaurant that has food from around the world. They literally have a bowl called Around the World, where it's just rice and noodles and potatoes and different vegetables from literally every span of the world. And I got to go there with a bunch of people that were native to a lot of those foods and cultures, and then also so I was on the one side with all of the transfer students, and then the other side of the table, which was the other half of the class, were the white girls that order like burgers and fries and stuff like that.
yeah.
So it was just like really interesting. I'm like,
Mm.
man, so weird, so weird. Trey, look at the
Oh, I'm
message.
looking at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm heading there right now. um,
What the fuck?
For our audio listeners, it is a pink minivan with 6 legs. Well, assumably
Nope.
6 legs. It's 3
Yeah,
legs showing.
yeah, we just see 3.
And Garfield head on top of the minivan. Also pink. Everything
It's
about
all
this is
pink.
pink. It's all pink.
Okay, now I see it. I love it. I love it.
I don't
Yep.
understand. Why?
I don't think you're supposed to.
No, you're right.
It's modern art. How does it make
Yeah.
you feel?
What you think? What do I think? I love it, honestly.
That's okay.
Well,
What year
what
did
just
Cars 3 come out? If Cars 3 came out after 2016, that's Cars 3 if Harambe didn't die.
yeah, that's the good timeline.
That's a good. We just got a glimpse of the good.
Actually,
Holy
actually, I'm
shit.
starting to think the more I look at that, we might be in the good timeline. If that other alternate universe has that in Cars 3, we might be safe. I think we dodged that bullet.
We dodged that bullet.
I need over there right now.
Is it Garfield's birthday today?
Is it Garfield's birthday today?
I don't know. That's what Maggie
Does
said.
Garfield have a birthday?
Does Garfield have a birthday? It's a
When
great
was
question.
Garfield born?
I spelled Garfield.
I hope it wasn't on a Monday.
June 19th, 1978. That cat is a dead fucking cat.
Bro. He lives off lasagna. You can't say that. When there's lasagna, there's an invincible Garfield somewhere
Damn,
nearby.
Arbuckle's a fucking boomer. He was born in 51.
Wow.
I think I sent Trey a TikTok, but it's just like a parakeet or something just vibing, and then it turns to the camera and it freeze frames and it just deep fries, and in a deep voice it's like, the longer you aren't running, the closer I get.
TikTok to me, and
it's so funny, like cryptic animals. That's my comedy.
I don't know if that played Mitch, because I think my sound alert stuff isn't on for the podcast, but hold on, let me find it.
Run.
All that came through clearly was run. It was like, run.
Oh.
Run.
Fair enough.
I wonder, can I find that video I have? I don't know if it's, yep, ST. Have you ever seen that video, Jared? ST?
Is it the one with like Garfield that turns into like a centipede, or?
No, it is not. It's just called ST. It is just a bunch of pictures of low quality animals.
Oh.
And they just make different sound effects.
Yes.
If you send it in streaming VC, I'll watch it later.
I think Maggie, you sent this, or somebody sent this before while we were in the.
I mean, hell, it was
one night.
Fucking probably me. Or
maybe it was you. I distinctly remember seeing this video at one point in my life.
All right, back to the topic at hand. 3 guys, 3 kiddie pools, 3 lawn chairs.
Yeah, we
that got to 9/11.
Yeah, we talked about 9/11.
Way away from that.
Hey, at least that wasn't nostalgic.
Well, I mean, we did talk about what we would go back.
Bright side.
I love how, though, I think the last 3-4 podcasts we've had a long discussion about Harambe.
Yeah, I think our last.
He's a recurring thing.
At this point, we need Harambe merch, just because, like,
we
talk about him so much.
Maybe we can get merch of Harambe being crucified.
He loves it, bread.
I don't know. That one might be a little insensitive. I don't know if I'd want to wear that in public.
Wow, that was almost exactly what you said last time.
And then on top it says, "Have it your way, Frank Sinatra."
Like,
God, that would be a fucking...
People want to buy it. Go for it. I won't stop you.
Can we, in the chat right now, can we get a vote on who would wear that in public proudly? Can we get a tally?
A crucified Harambe with "Have It Your Way" by Frank Sinatra. That's not even that outlandish. That might actually exist already.
Yeah, I'll say it, honestly. Whew.
But I saw this thing. It was George W. Bush, and it was like Bush plans for special 20-year celebration on September 11th, and the retweet was like, "Oh my God, he's going to do it again." I just thought that was so good, and because I thought that's funny, that's why I know I don't have any connection to that tragedy.
Wow, I laughed about a 9/11 joke in 2021. I really do not.
I don't care about it.
It sucks.
I mean, comedy is just tragedy plus time.
Fact.
I love Einstein.
He was a good man. He probably could have protected Harambe.
He could have prevented.
Maybe Einstein's death put us on the bad. Einstein killed Harambe. He went back in time, or he went forward in time.
Gaslighting shirt.
Yeah, gaslighting shirt.
Einstein killed Harambe.
Oh man.
Someone
Obama
take a picture of Albert Einstein with a sniper rifle pointed at a gorilla.
Oh, I was just gonna say that it was Einstein grabbing him by like the chest and like going down the pit,
like a wormhole.
Yeah. Well, the same pit that the kid jumped into.
Oh.
But except it's instead of this, it's Einstein, jumping down with Harambe in his grasp, charging down.
It's like those like extremely well done historic photos where they like Photoshop someone modern into it. Just Photoshop Albert Einstein standing in the pit in like the same quality and footage of the gorilla dragging the toddler in the pit. Just Einstein standing right next to him with a gun.
Okay. Oh, fucking okay. I don't know if any of you are gonna get it. Maggie, if you're still here, you'll get it. We should have a picture of Einstein and Harambe, but they're doing the JoJo "You're Approaching Me" meme.
Yeah, you're right. I don't.
Is
get
that the
it.
one where it's like really low and he looks really tall and he's like walking towards?
It's the one where there's one that's like a little bit farther away, and then there's one that's yeah, that one.
Is that
Yeah.
JoJo?
Yep. That is a fucking JoJo reference. You said the meme, dude. You did it.
He did it. Congratulations.
You said, "Is this a JoJo reference meme?"
I'm so happy.
This
is the best day of my life.
Mark.
Hey, we don't talk about that. That stays in JP's basement.
Speaking of, I'm gonna fucking nut about JoJo real quick. I love JoJo so much.
I have not had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm getting there.
I'm on my current 3rd rerun on it. There's a new part coming out, animated soon, and
what do you watch it on? Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, both sub and dub, and it's also on Hulu, sub and dub. Or you can watch it on Tubi, which it's free. There is ads though. That has all the current parts. Netflix and Hulu only have parts 1 through 4.
The Tubi?
Tubi.
Tubi. Tubi has 1 through 5.
Oh, okay.
But like, yeah, I love JoJo so much. It's so stupid and ridiculous and so homoerotic like half the time.
Yeah,
good.
I love it. I love it. Like the first 3 parts, like everyone is so fucking built for no reason at all, and they're all like under 20.
Bro, that's just My Hero.
Yeah,
and
I think Jared, you would really like Jonathan, the first one, the first JoJo, because he is the pure gentleman.
I'll watch it and get back to you on how that comment made me feel. So, Tubi doesn't have Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
What the heck?
He is such a gentleman that a guy named Robert
California.
Robert EO Speedwagon. That's his name.
Is that a JoJo reference?
REO Speedwagon.
Yep. You got it. Yeah. He literally like dedicates his whole life to protecting his family because the first JoJo was such a gentleman. That's how much of a gentleman he is.
JoJo to my list right now.
I recommend it. It's hard to get into at first because it's so dramatic and so ridiculous. But like honestly, once you reach part 3, it just goes fucking up. It's so good. Part 4 and 5 are my favorite.
So what's everyone watching right now?
JoJo.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder what Landon's watching. I've been watching like, Star Wars stuff.
Star Wars.
Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched Bad Batch yet.
Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good.
I know. I've been told it's good, but there's this guy I work with, and he's a great guy, but goddamn, that's all he talks about at work. So I'm like, I don't want to watch it now because I feel like once I watch it, that's all because I'll mention, oh yeah, I watched it. That's all he's going to talk about.
Yeah.
Fuck, So like, I'm going to wait till it, the hype settles down about it.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'll be honest. It's good. It's not that good. I won't talk about it. Yeah. It's like
you're not
every time during lunch. That's what he talks about. he talks about the Bad Batch, and I'm like,
okay. Like I'm excited for a new show. It's got a cool story it's setting up. It's not worth talking about like 20 minutes after I'm done watching the episode. Really,
like it, and especially when I'm hearing it, from waking up at 5 a.m. and then me standing, not wanting to be at work, and then he's like, have you watched it yet? I'm like, no, I haven't fucking watched it yet.
Have you guys watched Bo Burnham's new special yet?
Yes. I
liked it. I like the songs in it were pretty catchy.
I thought it was great.
a lot of people. There's just a lot of back and forth about whether or not it was like sincere, like if it was all legit, because they always reference his bit, and I think it's in Up. What I mean, where he like knocks the water bottle over, and then he plays the track. He's like, "I knocked it over on purpose. Everything's planned. Art is a lie."
Right.
So you like.
I mean,
with
but like
that, since you know
that's
he's a methodical person.
I would say
But
that's how everything is. Like, because what was a lot of that? Make Happy had a lot of bits like that. Like
yeah,
he's always done shit like that. That like it didn't come as a
yeah, like
surprise
he's
when
always planned everything else. And then people are watching this. They're like, "I hope he's okay." Blah blah blah. It all seemed like really sad. And like,
Yeah.
that's what he wanted. Like,
yeah.
That's the point, is talking about quarantine. I also
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people that are watching it because of TikTok, not because it's Bo Burnham. So it's probably the first
Yeah.
time watching Bo Burnham.
Yeah, that's
To
fair.
be honest, I've heard of Bo Burnham, and I've listened to certain songs, and I've seen like some parts. That Inside was honestly the first time I sat down and watched the whole thing. After that, though, I fell in love with him and I watched all of them. And
Yeah,
think
I
Yeah.
I watched all of his special. I think What and Make Happy were like the only two on Netflix.
yeah,
There might have
Mhm.
been one other one at some point, but those are I saw those, and then I accidentally watched Inside the day it came out. I just like saw it. I was like, oh cool, I'll watch that, and realized it was like the day it came out.
yeah,
But then like the songs are pretty catchy. I like
Yeah.
Mhm.
that Funny Feeling, like the campfire one. I
yeah.
like that one a lot.
That's a great one. I
Um,
really like the fucking
the one with the
I'm gonna
sock
face
puppet.
I'm gonna FaceTime my mom tonight. That's a great
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Yeah, that was. Yeah. I
Or
honestly
white Instagram.
the white girl Instagram was a good one. I want to
Yeah.
FaceTime my mom though. Like I was just cracking up because like I love my mom. I go over there for dinner a lot, just like
Mhm.
like so I can keep in touch with her and everything. And so much of it's just like, okay, I'm helping you fix this or talking about this. And it's like, okay, sure. But it's like just replace FaceTime with I'm having dinner with my mom. It's like,
Yeah.
yep, that's fair.
Yep, I feel the same thing.
Relatable.
I just like it was shot really well. Just like
Mhm.
the way it was planned out for all the lighting and everything. Like the shit one. Like I feel like shit. Like that one, so
Yeah.
catchy, and with like the lighting cues, it's so good.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I'm torn because like I do like it and I do like a lot of the music. I didn't actually finish it. I think I got to Welcome to the Internet, finished Welcome to the Internet, and then I was like, okay, I'm kind of just done. But it's
Yeah,
like
that's
so
fair.
much of it. There's so much ad lib. You know, it's already
Mhm.
planned. But
Yeah.
like, it's so much of it's like, okay, this is just the same joke, like three different ways. I've heard this joke 6 times already. This one special is like, I don't know. I don't know how much more I can handle. I'm depressed and there's a quarantine.
Yeah. What helped me get through it is not thinking of it as like a linear movie and thinking it more as just like a visual soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like just how I treat it.
Yeah, I viewed it more as like a whole, because obviously we're watching it in one sitting, and
Mhm.
we've all experienced the quarantine
Mhm.
at the same time. So I just viewed it as more like these are different periods throughout quarantine.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I viewed it, and it just made it a lot more like more of like a storytelling than just like a comedy special, you know. And you
Mhm.
could
Because
definitely
like at
see
least
like the
with
mental
his stand
degradation.
up, he does like audience interaction and stuff that like lightens the tone a bit to
Yeah.
keep it
Right.
more spontaneous, I guess.
I think he realized that too, because multiple times throughout the show he even did like threw in laugh tracks or
Yeah,
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll say it's definitely
I
good. I feel like it was just
yeah,
a little too long. Like sometimes it's like,
that's fair.
okay.
yeah.
Well, so was the pandemic.
Yeah.
You're
Is the
The
right. You're
pandemic
pandemic.
was
right.
pretty fucking long.
It's all a
It's yeah,
metaphor.
yeah. It, uh it's weird now. It's really weird. I don't know the weird feeling I get in my stomach whenever I go in public now. Like I just went to Walmart earlier, and just
Yeah.
seeing people and seeing their faces and seeing their facial reactions, it's like,
Yep.
Yeah, because
uncomfortable.
it's definitely a change. Because like my mom and I are both vaccinated, and we were out, and like a lot of places are like recommending masks if you're not
Yeah.
vaccinated. That's like the signs they have up now. So there's like I'm fully vaccinated. got to do it at some point. Like, you don't have to. A lot of people are choosing to keep their mask on, which I understand. Like, you don't want to get sick. Like, completely respectable. But like, my mom has never really been like that. I'm like, we're both vaccinated. We got to do it at some point. And it's just like just weird. Especially like if you get close to someone with a mask on, because you're like, are they wearing it because they're not vaccinated, or are they wearing it because they don't want to be near people? Like, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Respecting people's boundaries without knowing where their boundaries are. That's the hard part.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny too. A lot of my friends and a lot of my coworkers, I asked, hey, why? I just asked, hey, are you still wearing the mask because you're afraid of COVID, or just possibly getting sick, or just like a boundary reason? And they're like, no, it's so I can wear facial piercings at work.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Yeah, fucking beat the system. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, and I'm fully vaccinated too. It's just still like it's. I think I honestly think, even though COVID sucked and the whole quarantine sucked, I think people now have kind of a different understanding or a different approach when it comes to boundaries and social distancing, because I
Depends where you
think that's
are.
actually I think that's better for society, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can tell how sheltered some people are, and they're like, I'm not going to wear a mask to keep other people from getting sick. The fact that I had a southern accent when I said that's just coincidence. But like, that's common practice in a lot of countries, is if you're sick, you wear a mask so you don't get other people sick. But like, you always see these threads of European people talking about how they identify Americans right away when they're like traveling and stuff. And a lot of it is like, they're always smiling at people. They ask how people are. Like, Americans in general are more outwardly friendly, I guess, just towards everyone. And like when you go into a store in Europe and you say, hey, how are you? Like, that's not like a common thing over there. So like, I think that's just interesting. And then in Asia, it's common practice to, if you're paying with cash, they have like a cash tray where you put your money and change into a tray and then slide, like, they take it instead of you handing it to them. It's just,
Should we do that?
Interesting how places practice.
I'm so tired of like handing. No, I'm saying, can we do that?
Oh.
I'm so tired of handing my cash and like coins off, and it's like,
yeah,
okay,
coins are a pain.
Take my cash, and now please extend your hand into a bowl while I drop my coins into your hand. Like, where our hands are going to touch for a brief second while I try to navigate these coins.
Yeah.
I hate the amount of times that people have straight up just brushed or stroked my hand when I'm handing their cash back. Like, it'll be like, okay, here's your money.
Well, like that's
like,
how it is with
like, just take
cards.
Money, dude.
When you're going through a drive-through and you give them your card, and then 1 second.
Oh shit! I think he's gonna be driving to Burger King.
Just don't show your card number.
Yeah, I know. It's my student ID.
Well, if you are going to, at least show the 3 digits on the back.
Right.
They
at least
hand
be
it back,
courteous.
and they're holding it like this, and then it's like, thank you. Or it's just weird.
We need coffee cups with handles. I am so sick of going through a drive-thru, getting a cup of coffee. Shut up. Getting a cup of coffee.
Muffy.
And it's like, if you order like a small, it's like it's the size of your hand. So it's like you hold it, and I can't grab that cup anywhere. So yeah, I'll grab it. I'll grab it like this. Like, I'll just full out claw my hand. I'm like, oh, thanks for the coffee. And so, like,
well, that's always...
just imagine the person in the drive-thru is like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, why is he grabbing it like that?
He's like, you're trying to approach it, but you're like,
just throw it to me. Just throw it to me. I'll catch
hold
it.
on, I've watched like 9 movies on this. All right.
Wait, just extend your hand. I'll have my hand on the bottom.
Yeah.
Just drop.
Let go when I say drop.
But like, it's the same situation with like paper bags versus plastic bags, because paper bags, there's usually plenty of room to grab it, but plastic bags, when you have to like either put your hand underneath theirs through the handle or hold it from the bottom like a maniac. Those are the only 2 options.
Well, and it's like, if you have to hold it from the bottom, you better hope it's not like a bunch of cans or something, because it's just gonna bend around your hand.
Yeah.
Like, you're not grabbing.
Or you have to balance each can on each finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what we'll
And
do.
you're like,
when
I've
we
reached
go to
balance.
get kiddie pools or whatever, we're gonna
We're
do
gonna
a
record
social
ourselves.
experiment where we get just like a plank, and then we'll slide the plank to them to set the food on, and then pull it back into the car. Because they're not gonna say anything. They're gonna be like, these kids are probably real like conscious about everything. But I just want like lumber's expensive right now, but I just want like an inch thick board that's maybe a foot wide, just to slide out of my car window.
We have to get like a
into the
ridiculous.
drive-through
We have to get like
window.
this really ridiculously long, like 10-foot, where we have to like work it through the windows.
Get like a PVC. Just
Yeah. Like the board of the PVC will be sticking outside both of the windows, but just slightly.
No,
Or
we
it's
just get those grabber hands. We just get those grabber hands, like stick it out the window and grab. Mine now.
Or like those
Get a fishing pole.
those like grabby things. What are those called?
The hand with like the
yeah,
little...
that's what Trey's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
claws.
sticky hands.
No. I'm Spider-Man. No, yeah, I definitely meant the claws, the little grabbing claws.
or a fucking lasso. God.
Yeah, like I'm going back to school in August, but when I come back, if we want to try to do more in-person stuff for the podcast, I'm 100% down. I think a driving around one would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, like car cast, is that what they're called? Car?
Sure.
Comedians in
cars getting coffee.
running at it, running out of gas.
Running. Ooh, there we go.
I just won't be able to play music.
Yeah.
We could just play royalty-free lo-fi music the entire time.
Because I told you that, Jared, right? That like JP Allen and I tried to do something like that.
Oh yeah.
So it was
and I was like, we just get coffee.
Right? Yeah. Alan's like, we're gonna do a podcast in a car, and we get coffee. I'm like, Alan. But it was like, we do like, it was we called it 100-mile show. It was like we'd drive 100 miles, and then when we drove the 100 miles, that was it. That was the episode. So however long it took us to drive that 100 miles was how long the show was.
Damn,
how far is 100
episode?
Miles? Yeah,
it's a long way.
It's 100 miles.
It's 100
couple
miles. It's a couple hours. Yeah. So that was the plan. It was like a couple hours, like hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, roughly. Depends where you're driving.
Right. So
Like
that's not a terrible idea.
But
No.
we could just drive to Indiana and back. Like we just reached the border, and then we just like, okay, time to
Just
turn
immediately
around.
turn around.
Or we could just circle the same block like 6,000 times.
Absolutely. There's a hydrate in chat, but I don't have anything to drink, so I will redeem that.
I also don't have anything to drink.
When we play Monkey.
I got a little bit of water.
Okay.
At the very end
The
of my
only of
water
us
bottle.
that's drinking.
I'll sacrifice this little bit of water.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Like,
Man, that is stale water.
for like the 4 shows we'd be able to do before I go back to school, I like a variety thing. Like the outdoor one, the driving in a car. We can think of 2 more.
I'll say off the podcast, I definitely want to run something by you two to talk about. I've been thinking about Jared. You and I like half joke, half serious talked about it the other day. So
We're all gonna have sex.
Build some suspense for when we announce this. If we go with,
I mean,
idea,
we get some like lore on the podcast.
we're not gonna have correct. Shirtless.
So,
I mean, yeah, Pav, that's the Kiddie Pool Hot Tub podcast on July 2nd.
Kiddie Pool
Mark
hot
your
tub.
calendars.
Work for that sub.
Work for that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I forget. I was going to say something. I forgot. Oh yeah. Whoever wants to volunteer to write fanfic about us, I will endorse it 1,000%.
If you write fanfic, we will read it. We will read it.
You write fanfic, I will publish it.
Yeah. Pornosyncrasies.
Yeah, that's what the series will be called.
Idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That one's a little more subtle.
Oh man.
Like,
We're just gonna read the fanfic on the podcast and then immediately get
yeah.
everything taken down and
we'll censor as we go.
Yeah,
we should do it where
we can like, popcorn read it.
Every 5 minutes we trade places. So first we start as ourselves, and then like 5 minutes later we all shift to the left. So I'll be Jared, and then Jared will be Trey, and Trey will be me, and then we do that every 5 minutes. So
we should do that while we're
driving. Here, let me write that in general.
Chinese fire drill, run around the car at a red light. That could be good.
Landon seductively drinks stale water, pouring all over his chilled body, like the he is.
Chilled body, or is that supposed to be? It says slit.
It does say slit. You're right.
Like the slit, he is.
I am a slit. I'm a dirty slit.
Dirty chiseled slit.
Chilled.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah, I think that's whoo. Oh boy.
Landon's a dirty magician. That's been declared already.
Sheesh. Chiseled. Yep.
Yeah. Chiseled and
slut.
Salami, lettuce, umami, tomato.
I love the and slut. That would be an awesome band name. Just that, and slut.
I'll make sure.
But you say says, and like ampersand. You don't say and. It's ampersand.
Ampersand slut.
Ampersand slut.
Yeah,
I'm not saying ampersand. I'm gonna say and slut.
Yeah, but it's more indie if you say ampersand.
Right. You remember
going
for that
symbol.
Like indie underground scene.
Is that where I was going for more of a postmodern hardcore?
Too bad. We don't do anything modern here.
Or post.
We talk about national tragedies and nostalgia only.
We're only good at
Harambe. And Harambe.
But that's a national tragedy.
I'm gonna look this up real quick. Where is Harambe Kid now?
Dead, isn't he?
No.
Didn't he die?
No, he lived.
Why'd they fucking kill him? What the fuck?
Show me the child. Killing of
Damn, what are you, the Mandalorian?
Killing of Harambe has a whole Wikipedia page.
Jesus. Well, don't everybody talk at once.
I'm reading. I'll read out loud.
On
May 28th, 2016, a 3-year-old boy climbed into a gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden, where he was grabbed and roughly dragged by Harambe, a 17-year-old Western lowland gorilla. Fearing for the boy's life, a zoo worker shot and killed Harambe. We should kill him. Off the record. That wasn't said.
This podcast is now just this podcast is now just me. No one else is on this podcast. I don't condone anything that has been said in the last hour.
Cincinnati.
We are not doing anything for legal reasons. This is a joke.
Trey Hall is an accomplice.
No.
In court.
No.
Stop
making me an accessory to crimes.
Tell me where the child is now. Internet memes.
Do you think that kid is like?
That kid should feel bad.
He probably does. He was probably
only 3.
He was only 3. It's not like he had a whole lot of.
Yeah, but kids are mean. If they find out, fucking what's the kid's name? Fucking Chad, whatever.
Isaiah,
yeah. I imagine Isaiah, like especially during the height of that, was so bullied. God.
Yeah, with the other 3-year-olds in daycare.
He's 8 now. They probably don't even know about Harambe.
That's true.
Do you think his parents, like in the future when he's like 18, son, we have something to tell you?
They have a whole
I'm adopted.
You're the reason.
You are the Harambe
kid. It's worse.
We wish we were telling you were adopted right now.
You killed Harambe.
You are the reason this monkey died. But
that's not true.
Isaiah goes on to invent time travel to save Harambe in a better universe.
There we go. That's
Just
it.
think about it. In a parallel universe, Harambe still probably dead, but like
Nothing
he
changed.
didn't die then. How long? What's the lifespan of a gorilla?
Not long.
Lifespan of a. I mean, I don't think it's.
Hey, they're still touring.
35 to 40 years. That's fair. I was watching a TikTok and it was talking about how the oldest. I think it was Sal's TikTok. I'm gonna ignore what you said. All right, Trey's gone. So he's an accessory to a crime. Going to Cincinnati.
Oh, he left. He's back.
Anyways, I was watching a TikTok. The oldest person alive is 118 or something like that. And they were just talking about how much she's lived through. Because she lived through 2 pandemics, COVID and Spanish flu.
118?
Yeah, I think.
I can fucking beat that. That's nothing.
I was gonna say my great grandmother was 105 when she passed, and so that was 5 years ago maybe. So she would have been close.
Yeah,
it would have been something.
Kane Tanaka, oldest known living person, 118 years, 168 days. That's just fucking wild. Imagine living that long.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for, people back then.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like in the future now, our generation, we're going to see that a lot more.
1903 was the birth date. They lived through, they probably remember World War One.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy. Wow. They've probably have been through so many wars.
Yeah, he's Japanese, so Japan's been active participant in every world war.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy to think because if he
he probably has firsthand experience of knowing the results of Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
Yeah,
that's insane.
If he born in 1903, he would have
been in his 40s. He was borderline middle aged when World War II happened.
The fact that he would have been 70 years old in the 70s and he was still alive, in the 2000s, that's fucking bananas, man.
Pav said the phrase longest known living person implies there's some fucker out in the forest that's 127.
Completely possible. Bro, mermaids, they exist. I saw a YouTube video.
Also, Landon, Maggie wants to know, what do you want to happen in this fanfic? I said everything, just to be safe.
Everything, anything and everything.
Anything and everything. Yeah. Wow, the Anything and Everything podcast?
Full circle.
Just starring me and Patrick as co-hosts?
We take the anything and everything to its most literal definition.
Maggie, not a lot of feet.
I'm going to have to respectfully disagree on that one.
I didn't peg you for a feet guy.
I'm not. I'm just saying that's what I want to say in the fanfic.
I'm not, but I'm sure would like to be.
All of
you're going to have to be for that?
Involved.
What'd you ask? Hey, I'll write you a fanfic. One in it. Feet. No.
No. Sorry, man. That's a hard no.
Oldest person ever was 122 years old.
Ooh.
And they hold that record by 3 years.
What if you're 121? You're like, don't.
Almost good.
2 more years. 2 more years. I can do it.
They're just they're waiting, they're counting down the last hours of the day before their birthday, and I'm gonna hit that record. That
person was born in 1875 and died in 1997.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
Yeah, they were 100 years old in the 70s.
Wow.
Wow. Wait, what year were they born?
1875.
When did I almost said when did racism end? When did slavery end?
Well, wasn't that? It was in the 1860s, I think.
It was 10 years after slavery.
Well,
slavery was.
That's the celebration of the Emancipation Proclamation, right?
Yeah. Did racism end? Time will tell.
1862 was the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation and was declared in 1863.
Racism ended was when Abraham Lincoln said, "If you're racist, I will attack you with the North."
Yep.
And
That's it.
was
Like that's
Abraham Lincoln vampires.
That was an Office quote. Sorry.
All vampires are racist, and that's why he killed them.
Yep. Vampires are white. Racist.
Are they?
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's an
they're
African American vampire in Twilight. So
No, those are werewolves.
no, they're Native American.
Well,
I thought you said.
well,
wait,
it's been
did you
fun.
say? Didn't you say Native American?
I said African American.
Oh.
The first one, the group of three, it was
that's the
real
Black Eyed
pale
Peas.
blonde dude. Yeah, the Black Eyed Peas. That parody movie is so funny. It's the Black Eyed Peas.
I love Vampire Sex.
Jesus.
All right, it's 8:01.
So if you never hear from us again, this is the episode that got us canceled. It's been nice working with you all.
No,
we ended racism.
We
did. We did it, Reddit.
Yeah, the picture of the chart, going down. Yeah, racism reaches 0%.
Stonks.
Yeah, with all due respect, I don't think 3 white males are gonna end racism.
Nope.
I don't think it's in the cards for us, at least in our lifetime.
Nope.
But wait till we invent time travel. I'll help Abraham Lincoln kill the vampires.
God, yeah, I forgot about that too. Shit.
How could you
He's the
forget? That was
reason
an
we're not vampires,
impactful
we're not-
moment in history.
Yeah. That was
Like
almost as
Pride,
impactful as the
Prejudice, and
Civil War.
Yeah, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
Just so
Anyway.
I'm going to share this last little bit real quick. The only
Okay.
reason I knew when the Civil War was is because of Heinz Ketchup. Because of the meme where Heinz Ketchup established date was like in the 1860s, and they're like, think about how they were in the middle of a civil war and someone just thought that they needed to make ketchup.
Mango says that she is working on the fanfic.
Yeah.
Maggie, the one request I will make, can you end
Don't
the fanfic?
put it.
I'm not. Can you end the fanfic with us after like maybe an orgy or something? We end racism.
I don't think we're allowed to make requests in fan fiction. I think that's the whole idea.
Yeah,
So
I
you
feel
just
like
ruined the
it's
chances of us ending racism.
I feel like at that point, if we're making requests, it's just
Fucking water.
it's just star
one
fiction.
chance.
it's just us wanting people to write about us.
Yeah. It's at that point, it's just greed and
Hey,
ego.
All right, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming out.
She asked.
See you next week.
What she wanted. She asked me what I wanted. Damn it.
We need an ending theme so I can just like cut you guys off.
Idiosyncrasies.
That'll do it.